Having to fight for the thing you want doesn't mean you deserve it any less. We love being mentally strong, but we hate situations that allow us to put our mental strength to good use. Complaining does not work as a strategy. We all have finite time and energy. Any time we spend whining is unlikely to help us achieve our goals, and it won't make us happier. People will choose unhappiness over uncertainty. The soul becomes dyed with the color of its thoughts. Our happiness is not to be found in the judgments of others or in things outside of our control. Hard choices, easy life. Easy choices, hard life. If you accomplish something good with hard work, the labor passes quickly, but the good endures. If you do something shameful in pursuit of pleasure, the pleasure passes quickly, but the shame endures. I begin to speak only when I'm certain what I'll say isn't better left unsaid. The happiness of your life depends upon the quality of your thoughts. There could be no justice unless there were also injustice, no courage unless there were cowardice, no truth unless there were falsehood. Dwell on the beauty of life. Watch the stars and see yourself running with them. Do not spoil what you have by desiring what you have not. Remember that what you now have was once among the things you only hoped for. He who spares the wicked injures the good. Sometimes even to live is an act of courage. From good people you'll learn good, but if you mingle with the bad, you'll destroy such soul as you had. Every new beginning comes from some other beginning's end. We will train both soul and body when we accustom ourselves to cold, heat, thirst, hunger, scarcity of food, hardness of bed, abstaining from pleasures and enduring pains. Withdraw into yourself as far as you can. Associate with those who will make a better man of you. Welcome those whom you yourself can improve. The process is mutual, for men learn while they teach. The goal of life is living in agreement with nature. He suffers more than necessary, who suffers before it is necessary. Events do not just happen, but arrive by appointment. All cruelty springs from weakness. Remember, it is not enough to be hit or insulted to be harmed. You must believe that you are being harmed. If someone succeeds in provoking you, realize that your mind is complicit in the provocation, which is why it is essential that we not respond impulsively to impressions. Take a moment before reacting, and you will find it easier to maintain control. Difficulties strengthen the mind, as labor does the body. The impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way. Do not act as if you were going to live 10,000 years. Death hangs over you. While you live, while it is in your power, be good. Remember that you ought to behave in life as you would at a banquet. As something is being passed around, it comes to you. Stretch out your hand. Take a portion of it politely. It passes on. Do not detain it, or it has not come to you yet. Do not project your desire to meet it, but wait until it comes in front of you. So act toward children, so toward a wife, so toward office, so toward wealth. Any person capable of angering you becomes your master. He can anger you only when you permit yourself to be disturbed by him. There is only one way to happiness, and that is to cease worrying about things which are beyond the power or our will. If you want to improve, be content to be thought foolish and stupid. The greater the difficulty, the more glory in surmounting it. Skillful pilots gain their reputation from storms and tempests. The key is to keep company only with people who uplift you, whose presence calls forth your best. The obstacle is the way. He who laughs at himself never runs out of things to laugh at. Difficulty is what wakes up the genius. If you are irritated by every rub, how will your mirror be polished? Do what you will. Even if you tear yourself apart, most people will continue doing the same things. Nothing endures but change. Only the educated are free. To be stoic is not to be emotionless, but to remain unaffected by your emotions. You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this and you will find strength. The true hero is one who conquers his own anger and hatred. Be tolerant with others and strict with yourself. He has the most who is content with the least. What we fear doing most is usually what we most need to do. Set aside a certain number of days during which you shall be content with the scantiest and cheapest fare, with coarse and rough dress, saying to yourself the while, "Is this the condition that I feared?" It is not daily increase, but daily decrease. Hack away the unessential. The closer to the source, the less wastage there is. Withdraw into yourself as far as you can. Associate with those who will make a better man of you. Welcome those whom you yourself can improve. The process is mutual, for men learn while they teach. Remember that you ought to behave in life as you would at a banquet. As something is being passed around, it comes to you. Stretch out your hand. Take a portion of it politely. It passes on. Do not detain it, or it has not come to you yet. Do not project your desire to meet it, but wait until it comes in front of you. So act toward children, so toward a wife, so toward office, so toward wealth. Waste no more time arguing what a good man should be. Be one. I love to go and see all the things I am happy without. What you're supposed to do when you don't like a thing is change it. If you can't change it, change the way you think about it. Don't complain. Sometimes life hits you in the head with a brick. Don't lose faith. Don't explain your philosophy, embody it. It does not matter what you bear, but how you bear it. Stoicism, understood properly, is a cure for a disease. The disease in question is the anxiety, grief, fear, and various other negative emotions that plague humans and prevent them from experiencing a joyful existence. The rob that smiles steals something from the thief. A Stoic is someone who transforms fear into prudence, pain into transformation, mistakes into initiation, and desire into undertaking. He who fears death will never do anything worth of a man who is alive. He who is brave is free. Stoicism teaches how to keep a calm and rational mind, no matter what happens to you, and it helps you understand and focus on what you can control and not worry about, and accept what you can't control. If it's endurable, then endure it. Stop complaining. That's what Stoicism is all about. Learning to live a good life by developing peace of mind through confidence of one's ability to overcome adversity. The first rule is to keep an untroubled spirit. The second is to look things in the face and know them for what they are. Failure and deprivation are the best educators and purifiers. The tranquility that comes when you stop caring what they say, or think or do, only what you do. That one wants nothing to be different, not forward, not backwards, not in all eternity. Not merely bear what is necessary, still less conceal it, but love it. If you make happiness your goal, you'll be disappointed. If you make presence your goal, you'll be peaceful. The great law of nature is that it never stops. There is no end. Relentlessly prune bullshit. Don't wait to do things that matter, and savor the time you have. To make a goal of comfort or happiness has never appealed to me. A system of ethics built on this basis would be sufficient only for a herd of cattle. Be a master of the mind, not mastered by the mind. The mind that is anxious about future events is miserable. The more you seek the uncomfortable, the more you will become comfortable. Between stimulus and response, there is a space. In that space is our power to choose our response. Too many people believe that everything must be pleasurable in life. To bear trials with a calm mind robs misfortune of its strength and burden. The whole future lies in uncertainty. Live immediately. Just keep in mind, the more we value things outside our control, the less control we have. Fate leads the willing and drags along the reluctant. Learn to be indifferent to what makes no difference. A rational person can find peace by cultivating indifference to things outside of their control. The ultimate power in life is to be completely self-reliant, completely yourself. Freedom is the only worthy goal in life. It is won by disregarding things that lie beyond our control. The best revenge is to be unlike him who performed the injustice. Very little is needed to make a happy life. It is all within yourself, in your way of thinking. The best revenge is to improve yourself. It is not that we have a short time to live, but that we waste much of it. It is not that we are given a short life, but we make it short. No man is free who is not a master of himself. First, say to yourself what you would be, and then do what you have to do. Curb your desire. Don't set your heart on so many things, and you will get what you need. That's why the philosophers warn us not to be satisfied with mere learning, but to add practice and then training. For as time passes, we forget what we learned and end up doing the opposite, and hold opinions the opposite of what we should. In your actions, don't procrastinate. In your conversations, don't confuse. In your thoughts, don't wander. In your soul, don't be passive or aggressive. In your life, don't be all about business. Begin the morning by saying to yourself, I shall meet with the busybody, the ungrateful, arrogant, deceitful, envious, unsocial. All these things happen to them because of their ignorance of what is good and evil. But I, who have seen that the nature of the good is beautiful, and that the bad is ugly, and that the nature of he who does wrong is akin to me, not only of the same blood or seed, but that it participates in the same intelligence and the same portion of the divinity. I can neither be injured by any of them, for no one can fix on me what is ugly, nor can I be angry with my kinsman, nor hate him. For we are made for cooperation, like feet, like hands, like eyelids, like the rows of the upper and lower teeth. To act against one another, then, is contrary to nature, and it is acting against one another to become frustrated and to turn away. Learning virtue means unlearning vice. Men exist for the sake of one another. Teach them then, or bear with them. Things not dependent on my own will are nothing to me. The archer must know what he is seeking to hit. Then he must aim and control the weapon by his skill,